Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don. And today we've got a big video going out for you guys, and that is, of course, the ultimate food truck park tour here in Austin, Texas. There are so many food trucks all around Texas. It is a growing city. The international scene has gone crazy when it comes to food here. And of course, when you're looking for something cheap and usually something quick to go, the food trucks, and particularly the food truck parks where they're all at, is where you want to go. So we're going to be going to several different parks throughout the city. This will actually potentially be a two-part video just because we're going to be doing a lot over the course of several days, but it is going to be fantastic. It's going to be delicious, and I'll even kind of know case of places that we don't eat, but I have eaten in the past. If you guys have followed my food tour videos throughout Austin, you guys know that I have visited many food trucks in the course of those videos. But anyway, let's get to eating. Now, before we get started, I wanted to give a few big shout outs because of all the new stuff that we got going on with the Patreon. We've got at least one new member and a couple of upgrades. First off, our brand new member, my buddy Jonathan, or as he's known, Joe Nathan. He is our newest gold tier member. As well as for the upgrades, Miss Mia, thank you so much, my love. You have also upgraded to gold tier, and the Ulray family has upgraded to blue tier status. So all the gifts, including also my green tier members, Kevin and Lori, all those gifts should be going out. So I'll keep a track on those to make sure you guys get those. But those gifts should all be going out. If you want to check out the Patreon page, I'll leave a link below. And you've got three tiers right now, and of course you get free gifts with every single one of them, as well as the shout outs and access to the videos early. So, but anyway, guys, I appreciate all the support. Now, time for food number one. All right, so the first spot that we're here in Anderson Mill Food Truck Park, and this is off Anderson Mill Road. This is kind of like the northwest part of Austin, close to about where Cedar Park is, near the border of that. But anyway, it's actually going to be a twofer. So the first one is going to be the Mexican part. It's a Taqueria Sabor. And then there's also one right next to it that is a Venezuelan food truck. And this is actually owned by one couple, both of these places. One of them is Mexican, one of them is Venezuelan. Obviously, that's where you get the food truck from. So we are going to start off, obviously, with the tacos. If you're doing food truck in Austin, you always got to at least put a taco somewhere in there. So we're going to try corn tortilla, al pastor, cojita, cilantro, and of course, a little bit of salsa. So let's try this out real quick. You guys know me, I'm messy. Oh, the spice on that pastor is fantastic. That's actually, pastor itself, one of the better pastors I've had in Austin. Wow. That is fantastic. And like this one particular regular taco, you know, this is not the street taco size, it's a little bit bigger. This cost you about, like, with tax, it was like $4. It's like $3.75 plus tax, so not too bad when it comes to it. But I mean, this is just, and the heat on that is relatively nice. That is really, really good. Yeah, whatever their marinade on that is for the pastor, that's delicious. So next to the taco place, obviously, like I said, is the Venezuelan part. And this is Los Ponos, I believe, is the name of the food truck. They have their own Instagram, so you can definitely check them out. And while I'm waiting for kind of my main dish, Lucy, who is the owner, she was like, want to try out, I think these are called Teenos. Might have gotten that wrong, but they're basically fried cheese sticks. Think of almost like a mozzarella stick, but without mozzarella. It's a different type of cheese, with, of course, a nice garlic style like aioli. So we're going to go ahead and try this real quick. Oh, that's so good. And it's like the outside is very soft. It's not super crunchy, but just enough. And that garlic aioli that is top notch right there. Yeah, she's just like, hey, while we're doing stuff back there for you, try this, because they had like a big order. Actually, probably the most popular part of this food truck, and it's like early in the lunchtime, so the fact that like they're the one space that's really kind of open and getting a crowd, it's actually really nice. Very good. All right, so we're actually going to come back to Los Ponos because the owner, Lucy, wants me to come in and check out the truck, but they are swamped with orders right now. So we're going to go over to the other side. There's actually two parts to Anderson Mill Food Truck, International Food Truck Park. So we're going to go over to the other side, see what they got going on, and then move on to the next food truck. All right, so the third and final spot that we're going to do before we come back later on to go to Los Ponos again is Big Belly BBQ Company, and these guys have been around for about 6 years. Pit masters from Humboldt, Texas, and you know, you got to get some barbecue in somewhere. I'm glad I picked this spot because the Big Belly, they're big double jeans. Like this looks so good. They let me in to kind of check out what they got in their smoker, and they got things from brisket to ribs to chicken to sausage. It all looked and smelled so good. And of course, I had to get myself a half pound of brisket. Some of this I won't be taking home for later, but damn, it smells so good, looks so juicy. Let's just dig right into it. Come on now. Got that, of course, that smoke ring, post oak, just like pretty much almost every Texas barbecue. Oh, man. That's so good. Nice and juicy, tender, the smoke on there. I'm going to get a little bit of kind of more of that fatty end there, because I love those fatty ends. Look at that. Just look at that. Glisten.
Jump in tax bracket. See what jumping a tax bracket.
Come on now. Come on now. This Texas barbecue. Damn, the spice on that is fantastic.
Ask yourself, why am I?
Yeah. Anderson Mill Food Truck Park has done its justice. And I can tell you right now, this is a great start. And you could literally do a whole video just on this particular food truck park, because there's so many places that are just that they look fantastic. So, but anyway, I got juicy barbecue fingers. I'm gonna dig in, and then we'll head off to the next food truck park. So the second food truck park that we've come to is called the Hamilton Food Park. And this is off a small little Hamilton lane, just off the 183. We're about right around the block from the Arboretum shopping mall, and probably about a mile and a half away from the Domain. So this is kind of like a nice central hub of the northwest part of Austin. There is a lot going on around here, but this kind of like Hamilton Food Park, this is actually a little bit more secluded. It's a little bit more shaded. Honestly, like nature-wise, I like it a lot more than the Anderson Mills. The Anderson Mills, though, it's going to be hard to beat with all that food. But this is a place that you want to come to, particularly if you're on this northwest side of Austin. The first place is called Dame Cafe. If you are looking for breakfast, definitely come here, and come here early, particularly if you want the kolaches. I got here, you know, middle of the day, just to get my coffee to kind of keep me going, but good coffee, by the way. But the kolaches are what they're really known for, but you got to come here early. And I did not know that, number one, they existed. I just showed up to see what they had. And yeah, I love kolaches. It's a big Texas thing. Absolutely delicious stuff. But definitely check out Dame Coffee if you're looking for both the kolache and some coffee to start your day here at the Hamilton Food Park. Second spot here at Hamilton Food Park is a place called Panique. And it's an interesting spot because obviously paninis are going to be their big thing, but they also have something called a croissant cannoli. Never thought you could combine a cannoli and a croissant. You know, that's like French and Italian mix. And I believe the owner is actually originally from Morocco. So you know, it's all Mediterranean to an extent, depending on what part of France you're from. But it is fascinating that they have this going on. But anyway, it looks really, really good. So it's kind of like a strawberry, blueberry, Nutella, croissant / cannoli. And we're just going to dive in. So we're doing a little sweet stuff right now. So, but I am very curious about this, mainly just because it looks really kind of cool. Now, it's not like stuffed like a cannoli would be, but at the same time, it's a flattened out croissant with all of the toppings on top. So it'll be interesting. That's messy. Sorry about that, guys. That is really messy. But, oh, that's good. The Nutella on there, the cream, the strawberry, the blueberries. Oh my God. That is delicious. And I think that's very unique. I've never heard of a croissant cannoli, ever. Wow. That's fantastic. By the way, while you're waiting for your panini here at Panique, they have this plastic axe throwing. So let's see how good I am. I suck. All right, so for our sixth food truck and our third spot, we're here on Metric Boulevard here in the north part of Austin. And this is not necessarily a food truck park. There's about 2 to 3, give or take, food trucks at any one point in time in this little lot kind of connected to a gas station next to the Metric Park Plaza. However, what we're here for is called Buddha Burger. And if you watch my burger video a few weeks ago, you know that I went to the brick and mortar spot in Pflugerville. Well, this is where it kind of all began here on Metric Boulevard. Here at what they still have is their original food truck. So I did the burger last time, and I did their Laughing Burger, which had a huge fried mushroom cheese ball that was in between the patty and the bun. That was incredible. However, this time I figured instead of doing the burger, let's try their chicken sandwich, because they're also known for those chicken sandwiches. And I can tell you right now, this crispy chicken sandwich is absolutely massive. I mean, I can't, like, from the top, you can't even see the bun underneath. There's so much chicken to it, and it looks and smells absolutely delicious. Got lettuce, tomato, Nirvana sauce. So let's go ahead and try and attack this bad boy. I mean, just look at this chicken sandwich. I'm just gonna bite into the chicken first, just to get to the bun. All right, here we go. Oh. Man, that's good. The Nirvana sauce, which has got to be some kind of garlic mustard or something like that, is so, or some type of ale, is just really, really good. Almost got a little chive in there as well. But chicken, the breading on that, it's crispy. The chicken is juicy and tender inside. I mean, this is just a phenomenal, with a little bit of lettuce and tomato to kind of brighten and freshen that up. But man, this is, and again, like I said, they don't really get a big enough bun to really cover the entire chicken patty there. And of course, you got a little bit of cheese there on the base as well to go with the chicken. Oh man. Probably one of the better fried chicken sandwiches I've ever had. It's messy. Same thing with that Buddha burger. The last time I had that was messy, but man. Yeah, this is fantastic. Both times, A+, their burger and their chicken sandwich, phenomenal. All right, so before we head downtown, I'm coming back up here to Los Ponos here at the Anderson Mill Food Market. Like I told you guys before, I was going to come back here because we're going to get a sneak peek into how they make their arepas. So let's go ahead and check out how they make their arepas, and then we'll try out the arepa. actually kind of cool to see how it was made. So you have the arepa here, and it's basically a little fried dough. And what they do is they cut that open, as you saw, and then stuff it with whatever ingredients they have. This one is a simple one where it's just chicken and cheese. So we're gonna kind of like dive into this. And it's just, oh, it's already flaky, kind of already coming apart here, but it looks really, really good. Oh my God. A lot of cheese on the front end of that. Let's get some of that chicken. Oh, that chicken is just perfect. Shredded, absolutely delicious. Whatever spices they use on there are really good. That cheese, fantastic. It's just lightly crunchy on the dough. I'm making a mess of myself, glistening. But that is actually a very, very good arepa. I know that I've had a couple of arepas in the past when I was like in Miami, well before I started the channel. But this is actually on par and very, very good. Okay, so we're starting to move more into the city, and our next place is at 5000 Burnett, and that is the address. 5000 Burnett is this particular building right behind me here, and then surrounding it is several different food trucks that are within the parking lot. So it's a kind of great spot, a little bit more shaded in certain areas along the edge there. But of course, if you're looking for some more coffee, just like we did with Dame Cafe, this time I got an iced coffee from Neighbor's Coffee. Very, very nice. And now we're waiting for my Indian food to arrive. So the next thing that we're trying is called Dosa, and this is from the Dosa food truck called Dosa Shack. This is here, of course, in 5000 Burnett. And Dosa is basically, as you see here, almost looks like a very thin crepe. I had to look it up because I've never had dosa myself before, and it is a thin kind of crepe made from like rice and lentils and some kind of seeds as well. And I believe this particular one, is, you can kind of notice, it almost has a like pink tinge to it. Well, apparently they also use beets added into the mixture when they create the dosa. So it actually looks really kind of cool. This is their original, and it's just kind of battered with a little bit of curry leaf butter inside in here, as well as some gunpowder parmesan. So it's just something that you kind of take apart, get little pieces of that, and then they give you like a few different sauces. So we got 3 sauces, and I'm not even sure what they are. I'm gonna guess with the green one, it's probably some yogurt-based sauce, but we'll try that real quick. See what we got. Nice flavor. See that? It's a very light snack because it's very thin. So there's a little spice on the back end for that sauce. But I just like it because you can just like tear it apart. I think they have ones where they fill them with different types of cheese, vegetables, things like that. But I want to try the original. Along with, of course, we'll do the second one here. So that one was warmed up. Almost like curry. That's actually really nice. Again, a little spice on the back end. One thing I noticed is a lot of Indian food I've had in the past, and I'm sure when I eventually get to India, there's almost always some kind of spice going on. And that's really nice. So, all right, we'll try the third sauce real quick. This is the red one. Hopefully this isn't too hot. Oh, this is more like a paste than anything. Look at that. That's very thick. Oh, yeah. That one's packing some of the heat. Not exactly sure what the name of all 3 of these sauces are, but very, very good. And it's like basically green is like mild. This is kind of the warm medium. And then this is another cool sauce, but it is spicy. So, all right. Kind of a nice little midday snack there. Doses for the win. All right, right, so now we've come down into the university area, and this is basically a food truck park that is just called Food Trucks on Google Maps if you're looking for it. It's off of 26th and Rio Grande Street, and this is just a few blocks from the university. Actually, you're kind of surrounded by a lot of the housing where a lot of the university students are. And this particular food truck park, I think most of the places here probably open up either when the students are off, whether that's at nighttime or that's on the weekends. So most of them are going to be closed during the middle of the day, during the weekdays, particularly during school time. However, there is one that is consistently open, and that is called Julie's Noodles. And I obviously didn't get a noodle dish because when I came up to her, I asked her, I was like, what's a dish that you got going on right now? And this was, I didn't even see this on the menu, honestly. It just looked like a specialty dish that she had made. And as you can see, it's like the beef on the bone there for you, almost like a, I don't know, it's not necessarily an oxtail, but I'm not sure what cut of beef it is. But it's got the potatoes, it's got a little bit of peppers, some carrots, and then of course the rice. And this is a huge meal. Just look at the size of this. And this was about $17. So it's like the most expensive thing I've had so far on this video, but it is absolutely massive. It's like I'm gonna have to take some of this home with me later on. So, but we're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of everything there. Potato, rice. I'm having issues getting that potato. We'll try this real quick. Oh wow. So I'm guessing they stew the potatoes with the beef and everything because it really soaked into the potato there, and that meat is just really, really nice. Like, look at the fattiness on the back end of that. Oh yeah, that flavor is fantastic. Like I said, I'm not even sure exactly the particular name of this dish because I didn't see it on the menu. She just told me she had something special, and I can tell you right now, that tastes absolutely delicious. That's really, really good. All right, now it's time to sweeten things up a little bit. We've had a lot of savory and good stuff, some coffee. Now we gotta sweeten things up. And that is a place called Dirty Dough Food Truck here in South First Food Truck Park. This is south of the river here in Austin. And as you can see, it is a stuffed cookie. So it's basically a cookie, chocolate chip cookie batter stuffed with fudge. There's fudge stuffed in there and little pieces of Reese's peanut butter cups on top along with the peanut butter and chocolate drizzle. It looks so good. So, and I mean, just look how big this cookie is. It is a stuffed cookie. It is absolutely massive. Just look at all of that. Oh, drizzle in there. Looks fantastic. Now let's dive in. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is fantastic. So, Dirty Dough's been around for about a year now here, and what a concept. I mean, I've had kind of stuffed cookies in the past, but nothing like this in this particular way. The fact that there's fudge surrounded by the cookie, along with peanut butter, Reese's peanut butter cups on top. Messy. Delicious. Absolutely. Say it with me. Fantastic. It's probably one of the best cookies I've ever had. So an interesting spot right next to Dirty Dough here in South First is this place called Fickle Pickles. And it's pretty much just a pickle food truck. So if you're looking for pickles, you know, to take home, add to your sandwiches, burgers, things like that, this is a place to come to. Now, the company's been around since like 1980, but this particular truck has been here for about 3 years now. And they even have a little thing here that you could try samples before you go in and buy, you know, whatever jar of pickles you want to take with you. Now, you guys probably know I'm not the biggest pickle fan in general. Like, and that's really kind of like the dill style pickles, which again, I've stated before, I love cucumbers, I love dill naturally. I just have never been a fan of kind of like the store-bought pickles. But I'm gonna try this for you guys because these are their own homemade pickles. And I talked to the gentleman who runs the shop, and apparently, you know, they're a little bit more on the sweeter side. So let's try this out real quick. That's actually pretty nice. It's sweet. Has a touch of a little spice to that. Apparently they have a couple different levels of spice depending on which pickle you get. But, I mean, just the fact that there was a pickle truck, specifically just pickles, fascinated me. And the fact that I actually like that. Wow. It's very, very impressive. So yeah, come here. Flickle Pickles. You can check them out. I think they also have brick and mortar stores as well. But this is their food truck here down on the South First Food Truck Plaza. So, a pleasant surprise. Okay, so this is the last stop that we're gonna make in this particular video, and this is in Mueller Food Truck Park, and this is part of the whole Mueller district here in East Austin. Honestly, this has slowly become my favorite part of Austin. If you guys have watched some of my previous content, you know I have been here a couple of different times for a couple of different videos, and we're coming back here again because they have a food truck on kind of like the west side of the pond, right off of Airport Boulevard. And what we're gonna try here is a food truck. It's basically from New Orleans. So I got a couple of different things we're gonna try from them, but it looks really good. First off, we're trying their gumbo. And I got the chicken and sausage gumbo. So we're gonna give this a little try real quick. Oh, so good. It's been a while since I've been in New Orleans, so you don't find it very often out here, but this is, let me get a little bit of that sausage. It's absolutely delicious. That's about as good as you'll find anything in New Orleans. It's fantastic. So, but yeah, that gumbo was the first one. And they also do beignets. The fact that a food truck does beignets, like, I am super excited. I mean, just look at all the powdered sugar that they got on there. Nice and crispy, nice and hot looking. Oh, they're perfect. Oh, that's so good. I haven't had a good beignet probably since that video that I did when we were heading to Florida, and we stopped in Baton Rouge. But even these are actually better than that. Soft and fluffy inside. Powdered sugar is fantastic. Oh, that takes me back to New Orleans. That is some great stuff. It's a smaller park. It's only got about 5 food trucks, but this is delicious.